Hi everyone, my name is Melanie today I'll be analyzing my official trailer for my film, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. I'll be pausing at key moments throughout the trailer to explain my creative choices as a director, including the title, sound, text, casting, costume, camera work, how to film representation, different social groups, and the theme. The title of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is significant because it immediately creates mystery and curiosity. The audience wonder who's the unexpected guest and why they arrived there matters. I chose a bold font so the title is easy to read, and I planted it in the center of the screen to grab the audience's attention right away. I also wanted the title to overall present the reflection that the film is PG-13, so it's a hint of suspense and tension without being too graphic, making it significant for teens and young adults while keeping the thriller vibe. Originally, the text appears later on in the trailer, but I changed it in the beginning so the audience understood the theme and main idea from the start. This helped set the tone for the rest of the trailer, improved viewers from the suspense and that will follow on. I also chose a playful sound for my trailer inspired by Don't Worry Darling to create a tension between the cheerful atmosphere and the understanding tension in the story. The content helped build suspense because the sound sounds light and airy, while the events happening in the trailer become more dramatic and unsettling. As the trailer continues, the music helps guide the audience motion, keeping them engaged. Originally, I planned to use a traditional trailer soundtrack, but during editing, I decided to shift the tone significantly to make it more playful thriller. That is why the music sounds more playful instead of full, dark, or intense. The lighting sounds creating a tension between symmetrical events helping in the trailer, which makes the tension feel more stronger. The combine of the title placement, sound, the tone helps establish the genre, which makes the audience curious about what will happen next in the story.
Good sister, I hope this finds you well. Dear Ali, I invite you to dinner.
This is where we see the host for the first time, and the audience expects to see her best friend Ali and her twin sister Melody. This moment helps explain why the film is called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and gives viewers an idea of what the story is about, so they don't have to fill in the gaps or feel confused while watching the trailer. Throughout these scenes, the host is wearing a jacket, and I chose a high angle and over the shoulder so you don't see her face. It isn't fully visible, maintaining a sense of mysterious about her identity. For the flashback scene, I use a high key lighting to highlight the host and make the moment stand out from the rest of the scenes. The lighting helps the audience focus on the important parts of the memory, which makes the flashback even more clear and more dramatic.
Let's see what my sister wants for this dinner party. Is this the right place?
For my cast, I chose Tiziana and Nadieska. Their costumes were suggested to reflect each other's personality. For example, they wear casual clothes to show that they relaxed and comfortable in the setting because they already know the host. These costume choices help the audience quickly understand who the characters are. These are interactive as my target audience are teenagers and young adults who are related to the characters more easily. The cast also represents different backgrounds, as both Tiziana and Nadieska are Hispanic, which adds as a symbol of multiculturalism to the screen. This reflects a real-life friendship and makes the film apply to a wider, more diverse audience. Although the characters may not know each other well at first, the trailer will show that they quickly learn to trust one another. As one scene I use a candid angle as Tiziana is in the car as she stopped to get into the apartment, which creates a sense of unease and tension. For Nadieska, I used a close-up on her face as she looked bored while holding the envelope, emphasizing her personality and contracting with Tiziana's nervous energy. This camera choices help the audience engage with each character and understand their emotions in the scene, which also highlights the culture identity as part of the story's diverse world.
Serena. Oh, here. I'm not Serena. I'm Melody. Melody, nice to meet you. I'll do it.
I choose to show the title again in the middle of the trailer as a way for the audience to better understand the genre. I wanted to create a sense of terror, building suspense during the moment of the meeting and the door starting to open, giving the audience a feeling of urgent and curiosity about what will happen next. In the middle of the trailer, the words pop up in the middle of the screen to see the girls interacting with one another. I use a long tracking shot following Tiziana as she noticed Nadieska, which highlights the tension and confusion between the two characters. The tracking camera moving with her throughout the scene, but stopping when they shake hands. I used a wide angle when Tiziana walked towards Nadieska to show the space and their movements. For the closer emotional impact, I used a close-up angle on Tiziana's face to show fear as she's approaching the door. At the same time, I used a two-shot including Nadieska, which shows their interactions and we see Nadieska eventually knocking for Tiziana. This combined shots help the audience feel both the suspense and developing trust between the two characters.
I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Love your host. What sea game is this?
Now I see the host slam the apartment door, trapping the girls inside. The music changes as this moment shifts from a playful tone I used earlier to now a more dramatic and scary sound. This sudden shift surprises the audience and makes the scene feel tense, giving viewers a sense of suspense and curiosity about what will happen next. The contrast between the playful sound and the scary sound emphasizes the danger the characters are in and adds to the trailer's playful thriller tone. When I was editing this earlier versions of the scene, I really just switched the sounds like immediately, which made it sound like two separate tracks in one. In the final version, I used a fade in and fade out tool in CapCut, so the sound blend together smoothly, which made the transition feel like one continuous track. I also timed the door slam and other sound effects with the music so that the moment hits stronger for the audience. This combine of a playful to scary music, sound effects, and timing keeps viewers.
Okay, sorry. This is fine, Serena. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go that way. I'll go that way, yeah.
Now we see the two characters share a funny moment. Throughout this scene, I mainly use two shots to show the difference Nadieska and Tiziana together, which helps the audience see that their interactions and development trust. When Nadieska playfully pushes Tiziana away from her, she was scared. I used a mid shot to focus on their expressions and body language, highlighting the humor and their quick bond. When they decide to split up, it highlights a different kind of trust between them. At the same time, the dramatic music begins again, adding a new sound effect like a loud bang, which keeps the original playful music in the background and makes sense, feels more interactive, and keeps the audience on edge, balancing the playful thriller tone of the trailer.
Serena. Alexis says, husband.
I used a long shot when Nadieska was walking down the hallway to add more dramatic and suspense to the moment. The long shot allowed the audience to see a full space around her, making the hallway feel longer and more tense. I also used a tracking camera while Nadieska was walking towards the door, so the camera moved with her, which helped the audience feel like they're following her, adding to the suspense. Right before she reaches the door, there's a clicking sound, which signals danger and builds interaction with the audience. When the scene cuts to a new shot using an over the shoulder angle from the perspective of the host, who's hiding a knife and casually walking towards Nadieska while Nadieska is running for her life. In this moment, I use a steady cam while the host is walking so the moment stays smooth and controlled. This contrast between the host walking calmly and Nadieska running creates tension, making the moment feel more intense for the audience.
Serena, where are you? Come on, the game's over. You're not 10. Where are you?
Now there's a cutaway when Tiziana goes her step away from Nadieska. In this scene, I use a steady cam and a long shot so the camera movement stays smooth while showing the space around her, which helps build suspense. Suddenly, you hear a loud bang and Tiziana quickly turns around. Then you see the host behind her holding a frying pan. In the next shot, there's a close-up of Tiziana as she was knocked unconscious. The audience does not actually see the motion while she gets hit, but they can infer what happens from the sound and the close-up shot. This keeps the moment dramatic, and which also leaving a part of the action to the audience imagination.
Are you okay? Can you tie it up?
Now there's a long shot, but I have to cut it in the middle during editing so it wouldn't feel so long or slow down the trailer. In this scene, the girls are tied up on chairs, struggling to break out of their restraints. I add a close-up on Tiziana trying to free herself, which emphasizes her fear, effects, and determination. This helps the audience connect with her emotionally and feel the tension of the moment. Nadieska doesn't have a close-up in the scene because I filmed Tiziana's part a different day and she wasn't able to return. Instead, I kept her in the wide shot so the audience can see her struggling along with Tiziana. The editing choices here to cut the long shot, adding the close shot for emotional impact, and switching between wide and close shots are important because they engage the audience tension, building suspense, and making the scene feel more dramatic and intense. This decision helps the audience stay engaged and invite in the character's struggle. Overall, in my trailer, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, I use different camera shots, sounds, effects, editing techniques, and character interaction to build suspense, create a thriller atmosphere. My choices for music, camera roll, and costumes were made to engage my target audience of teenagers and young adults, which also showing themes of friendship, trust, and tension. By combining all these elements, I was able to create a trailer that keeps the audience curious about what will happen next. Now I will play the full trailer so you can see how these choices were played all together.
Dear twin sister, I hope this finds you well. Dear Ali, I invite you to dinner. That's who my sister wants for this dinner party. Is this the right place? Serena. Right here. I'm not Serena, I'm Melody. I'm Melody. Melody, nice to meet you. Hello. That's my Dylan. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Love your host. Worst. What sick game is this? Get away! Sorry. We should find Serena. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go that way. I'll go that way, yeah. Serena? I'm not for that. Open. Serena? Where are you? Come on, the game's over. You're not 10 anymore. Who are you? Are you okay? Are you tied up?